Welcome to Go Go's Library. Number 32, number 33, and number 34. Nidoran Male, Nidorino, and Nidoking. The male Nidoran family. Nidoran Male, Nidorino, and Nidoking are poison-type Pokemon, Nidoking being poison ground, that were all introduced in Generation 1. Nidoran Male and Nidorino are both known as the Poison Pin Pokemon, and Nidoking is known as the Drill Pokemon. Nidoran Male stands 1 feet 8 inches or 0.5 meters tall and weighs 19.8 pounds or 9 kilograms. Nidorino stands 2 feet 11 inches or 0.9 meters tall and weighs 43 pounds or 19.5 kilograms. Nidoking stands 4 feet 7 inches or 1.4 meters tall and weighs 136.7 pounds or 62 kilograms. When battled, they yield attack EVs, with Nidoran Male giving 1, Nidorino giving 2, and Nidoking giving 3 attack EVs respectively. This species is unique in that it has a 100% male gender ratio. Nidoran Male evolves into Nidorino starting at level 16, and then evolves into Nidoking when exposed to a moonstone. Biology. Nidoran Male is a small, quadrupedal mammalian Pokemon with a pinkish-purple body marked by darker patches. It possesses large, spiny ears with teal interiors, oversized front teeth, red eyes, and 3 ridges of long poisonous spines running down its back, with the central ridge standing tallest. A long pointed horn sits on its forehead, and the size of its horn reflects the strength of its venom. Highly alert, Nidoran Male uses its extraordinarily sensitive ears to detect even the faintest sounds, rotating or flapping them like wings to listen over great distances. When threatened or angered, it extends its toxic spines and charges fearlessly, stabbing with its horn to inject poison. Despite its size, Nidoran Male is notably brave and is known to risk its own life to protect Nidoran Female. As Nidoran Male evolves, it becomes Nidorino, a larger, more masculine quadrupedal Pokemon that embodies heightened aggression and independence. Nidorino's light purple body is scattered with darker patches, and its long snout displays 2 sharp teeth protruding from the upper jaw. Its horn, harder than a diamond, secretes poison upon impact, with its toxicity increasing alongside the Pokemon's adrenaline levels. A ridge of venomous spines along its back and its sturdy legs end in 3 claws per hoof. Nervous, easily angered, and fiercely territorial, Nidorino constantly surveys its surroundings with its ears. When it detects a threat, every barb on its back bristles simultaneously as it charges opponents head-on. Nidorino is also known for smashing boulders with its horn in its search for moonstones. The final evolution, Nidoking, represents the full realization of the line's power. Nidoking is a massive bipedal Pokemon with a blend of mammalian and reptilian traits. Its purple body features a heavily armored, steel-like hide, gray plates along its chest and abdomen, and rounded gray spikes on its elbows. It has powerful arms with 3 claws on each hand, single hoof-like nails on its feet, and a long, thick tail capable of toppling metal transmission towers. Nidoking uses the tail to smash enemies, create distance, or break bones before charging. Its horn can crush diamonds, and its claws contain strong acid, adding to its already devastating physical attacks. Proud and fiercely confident in its strength, Nidoking is prone to uncontrollable rampages. Only a long-boned Nidoqueen can calm it. Because Nidoking evolves through the use of an evolution stone, it is rarely found in the wild, though it still inhabits savannas and plains. Together, the Nidoran Male family represents a progression from vigilant bravery to unrestrained power, united by venom, heightened senses, and an instinct-driven drive to dominate and protect. Anime appearances. In Wherefore Art Thou, Pokemon, a Nidoran couple was in love with one another, much to the dismay of their trainers, who hated one another. After the battle with Team Rocket, upon which he kissed Maria's Nidoran Female, Ralph's Nidoran Male, nicknamed Tony, evolved into Nidorino. In Dreams Are Made of These, Go caught a Nidoran Male during a Pokemon orienteering competition. He has since made further appearances in Pokemon Journeys. In Pokemon I Choose You, a Nidorino was going up against a Gengar in a battle that Ash was watching on TV. Thus, Nidorino and Gengar were the very first Pokemon to be seen in Pokemon the series, excluding the opening. In Fire and Ice, Ash battled and defeated a Nidorino during the Indigo Plateau Conference. He reappeared in a flashback in Friends to the End. In Restore and Renew, Jesse pulled a Nidorino from the Rocket Prize Master and used him in an unsuccessful attempt to capture a recently revived Aerodactyl. In the Battle of the Badge, Gary used a Nidoking during the gym battle with Giovanni. He easily defeated Giovanni's Golem before getting overwhelmed by Mewtwo. This battle was shown again from Mewtwo's perspective in Mewtwo Strikes Back and its remake, Mewtwo Strikes Back Evolution. In the 4th round Rumble, Nidoking battled Melissa's Golem in Indigo Plateau Conference and lost. In a pink Nidoking was a resident of Pinkerton Island. He attacked Jesse and James as they were attempting to capture a pink Nidoran couple. He was eventually subdued by Officer Jenny. In the Bicker the Better, Andy has a Nidoqueen, while her boyfriend Oscar has a Nidoking. They had a double battle with Ash and May, and due to Oscar and Andy's communication with one another, they were easily able to defeat Ash and May with relative ease. In A Pyramiding Rage, Paul used his Nidoking to battle Brendan's Registeel. Although Nidoking was powerful and versatile, Registeel was still able to hold its own and eventually brought down Nidoking. In the original timeline of Arceus and the Jewel of Life, 2 Nidoking were used by Deimos, who were under hypnosis, to attack Arceus with Shockwave. When Ash and his friends traveled to the past to prevent this, Marcus, the one responsible for hypnotizing Deimos, managed to use the Nidoking again to attack Arceus. In Mystery of the Deserted Island, a Nidoking was a resident of the deserted island. He was first seen chasing a trio of Eevee before being intimidated into leaving by Pikachu's Iron Tail. He later attacked Team Rocket but was defeated by them. In a flashback in Inner Pikachu, a young Go and Chloe saw a Nidoking battling a Mew that was copying its moves. He reappeared in flashbacks in mind-boggling Dynamax and time after time. Trivia: Nidoran Female and Nidoran Male were the first Pokemon to feature any indication of gender before he was introduced as a mechanic and applied to other Pokemon in Generation 2. Despite the addition of genders to other Pokemon, the 2 variations of Nidoran remain separate species, rather than a singular species that splits down evolutionary paths based on gender. An egg laid by a Nidoran female does, however, have a chance to hatch into a Nidoran male, while an egg laid by a Nidoran male with a Ditto has a chance of hatching into a Nidoran female. Due to the fact that its gender male is included in its name, checking Nidoran male summary from Generation 2 onwards, except in Generation 8, will display as if it were gender unknown if it does not have a nickname. If its nickname is anything other than Nidoran male, its gender will appear as normal. Nidoqueen and its male counterpart Nidoking share the category with Rhydon and Rhyperior. They are all known as the drill Pokemon. Additionally, all 4 are partly ground types. Nidoran male is the only Pokemon with a base stat total of 273. Nidorino is one of the first 2 Pokemon to appear in a Pokemon battle, both in Pokemon series and in the games, the other being Gengar. This is due to their appearance in the opening animation of Pokemon Red and Green, as well as the remakes Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green, on which the beginning of the first Pokemon series episode was based on. Nidorino, along with Gengar and possibly other Pokemon, originate from the Capsule Monsters game pitch design, which would eventually become the Pokemon series. The Nidorino that appears in Professor Oak's introduction in Pokemon Red and Blue has the same cry as the Nidorina. Nidorino's shiny coloration is the same as Nidorina's normal coloration. Likewise, Nidorina's shiny correlation matches Nidorino's normal correlation. Nidoking is a popular choice with rivals in Pokemon the series, as 2 of Ash's main rivals, Gary and Paul, have one, as well as Jimmy's main rival. Origins: Nidoran male and Nidorino appear to draw inspiration from various characteristics of lagomorphs and rodents, with aspects of venomous mammals. It also resembles the Arabic Al-Miraj, and requiring a moonstone to reach its final evolved form may also reference the mythical moon rabbit. Nidoking was created with a kaiju monster motif. Physically, he appears to share traits of rhinoceroses, gorillas, rabbits, and porcupines. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Thank you for listening, and as always, be sure to subscribe so that you don't miss the next chapter of Go-Go's Library.